Alright, so our project is called Legacy of the Lost World. This is brought to you by Arrow 404, which is our name of our group. So first off for the roles, the producer in our group is Johnny over there. He's just overlooking everyone's performance in the group, seeing what everyone is doing, if we're on time, and if the deadlines aren't met. Next is the engineers. I'm one of the engineers, Ursh is one of the engineers, and Navid is one of the engineers. So we'll be taking care of everything regarding the Unity, the coding, stuff on that matter. The third role is the artist. Arhub and Huri are going to be taking care of the artist section of this. So this entails all of the sprites, assets, and stuff like that regarding the animation as well. The fourth role is the sound and design. So this is basically going to be the background music of the gameplay. This will be taken care of by Michael and Johnny. And then the last thing will be the animation, the cutscenes, which will be taken by Aiden. This is basically going to be the transition between level 1 and level 2 and level 3. So these are basically what the cutscenes are going to be.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about our game. It's going to be a basic 2D pixel game. The character is going to have like basic mobility, like jumping, walking, running, and the player will have ability to fight with a sword and a gun. He can also use the swing from one place to another. We're going to have 3 levels. At the 3rd level, we're going to have a final boss, and there are going to be 4 types of enemies.
Okay, so the setting, the first level takes place on the sea, with our main character heading to the island on the ship, and then he will be fighting on the enemy ship. The second level takes place on an island, and then that is where he will traverse the island and try to get to the cave where the treasure is. The 3rd level is the cave, and the cave is filled with all the previous enemy types, which are the undead pirates, the bats, snakes, there's traps, and the final boss.
So the plot starts with the main character, Blaze, fulfilling his grandfather's dying wish to embark on a journey to the Lost World. Along the way, he will cross paths with ruthless undead pirates whose help and nothing to protect their treasure.
This is our main character. His name is Blaze. As y'all can see, he has good characteristics in order to achieve his goal.
For the enemies, we got bats, skeleton pirates. So bats are of course going to be something we've seen in Clash Royale before. There will be something like that, and for them we'll have to use weapon, a shotgun or a range weapon. And then for skeleton pirates, if we detect them from far range, we can use our long range weapon, or we can also use our sword if they come close enough.
We have more enemies and obstacles in form of snakes and barrels, which will appear and disappear in 5 seconds, and the barrels, they will be exploded as they are charged on the player. Enemies will get harder and harder as they progresses, as the story progresses.
Alright, so once the player reaches the final level, he will face the leader of the undead pirates. He's a guardian that can spawn barrels and skeleton pirates. And he also has a special ability that can instantly kill the player if they're within a certain range. And the player must go to a designated safe zone to avoid the attack.